Welcome to Teaching Brewed. We're about to start on a series of episodes about something that's quite popular in the international circuit right now, but it's known by a few different names. Some people call it Genius Hour, some people call it Passion Projects, and some people call it 20% time.
And I mean, there's a whole host of different names that this thing goes by, but no matter what way you cut it, it's this idea that you take a chunk of your time, whether it's scheduled or unscheduled, in your schedule, so to speak, and you devote it to the children getting a choice about what they learn. It's been originally named 20% time because it originally comes from Google. Google created this idea, 20% time, where that people take 1 hour, at least a week, to develop something that they're passionate about or to develop an idea that they're passionate about. So it's originally spawned out of Google, but then other companies such as 3M and a variety of others have also kind of latched on to this idea. And it created a sense of innovation and creativity that was kind of unheard of.
Within the schools, you're going to find that teachers talk about the fact that their kids are creating resilience and grit, and they're having to stick with things through the tough parts.
Yeah, and there's a lot of misconceptions about it, and in this series that we'll talk about a lot of the misconceptions, and we'll talk about a lot of the challenges that you have to overcome, what it might look like differently in primary and secondary, because it can be done very much in primary elementary school, and we'll kind of address a game plan, so to speak.
So overall, both of us are definitely for the Genius Hour. Both of us have tried it, and it works for a lot of students. Some students need a few more nudges than others.
But there's ways to get something from everyone. I mean, it got adopted by Google, but then 3M also adopted a 15% time philosophy as well. So it's clearly being adopted more and more and more. Yahoo's CEO has recently kind of said it exists in some way, shape, or form. Actually, the Yahoo CEO is actually quoted as saying that people keep asking her, when is Yahoo going to have its 20% time? And she said on stage during an all-employee meeting at Yahoo that I've got to tell you the dirty little secret of Google's 20% time. It's really 120% time. So it's kind of a quirk in that way. She was taking a little dig at Google for that one, but it was still kind of funny. By the way, when I say she, that's right. Yahoo has a female CEO.
Yay! So why do this in a school? I mean, once people are grown up and they're fully fledged thinkers, if that actually exists, then, your creativity can help out your employer. But in a classroom, why would you take 20% of your curriculum time, where students are supposed to be learning to read and write and do math and STEM and all of these other things, and allow them to do whatever they want within reason, which may not meet the standards of the report cards?
It's true, but I mean, I guess the reason that a lot of schools are starting to get on this thing is simply because they've seen what comes out of it on the corporate world. I mean, corporately speaking, Post-it notes are the result of 15%, 20% time from 3M. Gmail, Google Maps, AdSense, and Google Talk are all products of Google that resulted from 20% time. And LinkedIn has recently adopted giving it to their engineers. So it's kind of the idea that we're seeing it from the business that it's producing in the business world, and we're trying to give kids the chance to kind of see the world through what it's like to be in the real world. It's justified in that sense. And then, but the other advantage that we really get in it, in terms of like the child, is simply they're given not unrestricted, so to speak, but they're given a chance to do what they want to.
They get to learn for learning's sake rather than for the test.
Yeah. Or even not for the test, for the standard. They're not being forced to lock into an outcome that they didn't know existed. They are given the chance to explore something that they're just downright curious about. So, for example, if you run the American outcomes, you will probably run into that in science. You have certain specific topics you need to cover. But if a kid has a passion for dinosaurs might not be part of your year, but they still have a passion for it. So it gives them a chance to explore something that they might not have otherwise had a chance to, and they light up when it happens.
Excellent. We're going to take the next few episodes and we're going to delve into the nitty-gritties, how to set this up, how to market, and that sort of thing. So make sure you tune in.
Absolutely. We'll see you in series 2.